Sorry, guys. For the first time in a couple of years, a technical problem happened again. Hmm, it stinks. So, part of the risk of doing LP videos is that you have to record everything the first time you play through it. You need all of your live, real time reactions, and I got those. But I realized too late that I wasn't recording audio on the video game stream, so I just have my voice and no game audio. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. I can't fix it because I can't go back and replay all those same sections again for the first time. So here you go. Thankfully, a somewhat short video, and next time I'll get audio. Sorry about that. Not every video game is made for me. I get that. And indeed, not any video game is made for me. And there's going to be games that have tons of crap in them that I hate and think is really boring and awful. But, are you an artificial wall? Yeah, you're a gatekeeper to keep me from going into parts of the game I'm not supposed to go into yet, aren't you? The frustrating part comes when a game has some really good assets that I like a lot, and then it also has some things that are just infuriating. Because that's a lot worse than just having a wholly bad product. That is mixed asset syndrome. That is having good things taken away from me by bad things. That's much more frustrating. Yeah. Well, okay. Maybe you're not a gatekeeper entirely. There's going to be some ability I'll get that'll be able to get you out of my way. But in the meantime, we have to go find the Princely Winsley. Did the ladies go in here? If indeed ladies they could be called? Oh yeah, I think you were one of them. Gigi and Mary. Okay, I mean, I know this is a Nintendo world, so I didn't necessarily just walk into a sex shop, but that is the first message that comes to mind when I hear that I've walked into a massage parlor. Massage parlor with full release. Um, I did indeed have that much money. What am I getting for doing this? Also, really convenient that you happen to have two single chairs. This is a mini game, isn't it? Two single chairs that match our colors. This is probably not optimal positioning for a massage. Don't you have like a table, or can these chairs at least recline? Looks like you're giving me another electric power. Or no, you're buffing up my fire? Ah. You can't be surprised by this. You've been using these powers for in-game hours now. Powers for hours. No, of course we're not normal travelers. We're fucking Super Mario and Luigi. How does anybody in this universe not know who we are? Yes. Yep. New abilities. Great. Thanks. This absolutely cannot be a parlor. A parlor that has a trapdoor that drops into a dungeon. Red bean. Okay. Yeah, I'm choosing the same power I had before. Can I build it up another stage now? Use a control pad to move both on the same path. Yeah, this is a puzzle solution to something. You know, I'd complain about this injuring my brother somehow if it weren't like super obviously clear that smashing each other's heads with hammers and jumping on each other's heads weren't already a problem. Oh, poor Mario. Did you hit me with your back? Oh, I see. This controls what direction I'm facing. Right, right. So wear off. Wear off. I have to face away from you. Okay. Oh, poor Mario. This can't feel good. Great. You've paralyzed Mario. He'll never walk again. Give your brother third-degree burns. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Can I do that? I'd love to give my real-life siblings third-degree burns. And that's a speed booster. Oh god. My rear end will never look the same. There aren't enough skin grafts in the world. I get it. You showed me once. I want to try it now. Did I accidentally click yes on something? I think I must have. Okay. Whee! Smash. By the way, that's not a rock. That's like a cannonball. Yeah, so this is a puzzle solution, but is this going to present itself in combat somehow? Will I get like a new category of brothers attacks? Yeah, I'll figure it out. I mean, before I figure it out, I'll complain about it a whole bunch. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's even above the maximum of what I'm able to carry. Yeah, it looks like if I've got a 4-digit counter for the coins, so 100,000 is above and beyond what you can even have, so I have no choice. Stabbing my brother right in his butt. Yeah. Really dubious as to how you two were completely ready for... How could you two be ready to issue this lesson for powers that are specific to me and Luigi? And it's actually been said in the game that the powers are specific to me and Luigi. How could you be ready for this lesson to give to us if you didn't know who we were? And why would you have a dungeon underneath your parlor? And this is far too suspicious. 2 chairs that just exactly match our colors. And you knew the lesson and you're pretending not to know us? You guys are full of crap. You absolutely knew that who we were. Boy, I hope there's something I can kill pretty quick. Oh, I see. This is finally where I can use the speed booster ability. Smash. Oh. There's nothing I love better than knocking Koopas on their butt. I just knocked you back, though. Oh, when you're retreating completely. Fine. I don't need to run parallel, I need to run through. Ow! This isn't combat, but this is better than the nonsense dialogue box fetch questing I was doing for the last hour or 2 of gameplay before this, so... Also, you can teleport back to us when you have one of the Pearl Beans. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you girls are definitely up to something. This is, weird. But no weirder than the rest of the game has been, I suppose. Murder you long time. Murder you long time. Ah, yes, good old booze. I'm not talking, malt liquor. I'm talking boo, as in the enemy. Can't face you. But I can push you back in your track. Luigi, why couldn't you just walk backwards? I mean, you can clearly do that. Why do you have to bring your brother along in pain? I refuse to solve puzzles unless I'm somehow causing harm to somebody. I'm kind of a sick fuck in that way. If I'm not issuing petty violence to somebody, then it's just not good enough. I don't I don't need to do this, do I? Or do I need to do it because it just slows down how fast I walk? That's probably it. Now, our mission, if we choose to accept it, is to go knock down that fat Koopa who was standing at the beach. I don't really feel good about slamming full speed into a morbidly obese Koopa, but I do need to continue. So I'm sorry, I have to knock you aside. Oh, actual enemies? Can I get into combat again? Yes! Come here. Oh, go. I could have kept it going for longer. So I have a new category. Yeah, I have a new category of bro attack. Let's try it, I guess. That will take some experimentation because I have no idea how to do that. Mash the button, mash the button, mash it hard. What? You're firing more than one fireball? Oh man, I may not use those attacks. That's pretty weird. Where does this go back to? Because this does look familiar. Back underwater. Well, I'm not above fighting some cheaps. I'm not too cheap to cheap at the cheaps. Come here, cheap. Let's be cheap together. What? What is that thing? A mailbit. A sleeping mailbit. Ew, that came out from your bottom. Are those giant pee bubbles? Why are those giant yellow bubbles? Ew. And you keep counterattacking to everything I do. I bet this game's a lot more fun on the second playthrough. Probably a lot more fun when you don't have to take the time to record and edit footage. Wow, an armored blooper. That's hardcore, man. Mecha blooper. Damn. Now that I have, like, a lot more resilient supply of bros points, I'm really going to practice some of these combos. Because I'm sick of not being able to use them. Spiky. Ow. It's alright. I've got enough mushrooms to destroy entire planets. You just shot your tentacles off at me. Wow. Damn it. I can do it. It's just the timing is a free-floating abstraction. There's nothing that's necessarily intuitive about what I'm doing. It just takes practice. It takes so much practice that I can imagine anybody's first run at this game being harder than mine, unless you're actually allowing yourself to sit down and play the game whenever, instead of having to record all your initial reactions on camera. But such is the curse of the LPer, I suppose. I'm not certain this is a game that I'd play more than once, though, to be honest. See, that one was pretty intuitive, because it was a spiraling cloud. So that makes sense. Also, I don't need his spiral jump underwater. Because these guys are not Sonic the Hedgehog, and they can breathe underwater. Nicely enough. There is something to be said, though, for an RPG that requires both an active offense and defense phase, meaning that just clicking a button and watching your characters do all the work is not good enough. It's a video game that is demanding more of you than just bare simple strategy. It's not knowing when to attack, but how to attack, which is a lot more like a platformer or a fighting game or a first-person shooter, something like that. An active defense and offense phase requires performance. It's not good enough just to click a button and command your character to do something like Pokemon or the older Final Fantasy games. You actually have to do stuff. Oh, I see. It's not just about speed. It's about the fact that when I'm standing front to back, I present too wide of a profile. Sorry, Mario. Sorry for hurting you in that way. I'll hurt you in this way instead. Oh, oh. Oh, I have to hold it down. Haha. Oh, there's a path right there that I'm supposed to take. Because Mario won't stay electrocuted forever. Okay, this will be tricky. Sorry, Mario. You won't be able to have kids now, but you know what? You won't miss them. I just got to speed through this one, don't I? Yeah, because it's too fast. On to the burn ward with you. Ah. No. There we go. So, while I can see the appeal of this game, I'm really starting to get the feeling that for some subtle reasoning, it's probably not the game for me. I'll finish it. I'll get done with it. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting onto my next LP project. I can imagine the next game wearing me out less. I did figure out how to Boomerang Brothers? You look like 1980s gangsters. Like, not the actual gangsters that existed in the 1980s, but what 1980s media thought gangsters look like. That's what you look like. Ah, yes. I actually went to Australia once, so I know for a fact that boomerangs actually do this. I think I've gained better mastery of the hammer attacks than I have of any other attack so far. See? That was pretty good. Hitting the wrong button is not pretty good. Oh, all kinds of levels today. Whoa. Platform? I can see a D-pad on there. How would one interact with this? Well, I did just learn some new powers. Yeah, it's not happening. Maybe this tells me how to do it. Spin blocks. If you hit these blocks while spinning around, they'll go flying off in the direction you're moving. If they get stuck... Okay. Ah, I see. Okay. So I got up to one platform. You're such a chuckle bean. Well, we can play with a block a bit, I guess. Because that sounds like the very essence of a PlayStation 1 game that didn't hold up very well over time. Block puzzles. dark gothic fantasy, and block puzzles. Would would it be possible to get it around here? It would just go over the ocean, wouldn't it? Just fly off into the nether abyss and never be seen or heard from again. Give me some things to kill. Give me some things to kill. You have the same behavior as the enemies from before, the spear-tipped Goombas, but I think you're a stronger version of them because you probably should be dying in one hit by now. Thank goodness for those BP recovering rings, badges, whatever they're called. I'll get a lot more chance to practice with the bro attacks than I would otherwise. You knew I couldn't defend against that. Those animations are really smooth for a Game Boy Advance game. I wonder if the emulator's not doing something to make it look better. It is pretty satisfying when you can pull off the combos, but that's never been a forte of mine. It's also really satisfying when you can kill an enemy on the defense phase, but that's rare. It's also satisfying when you can successfully defend yourself on the defense phase, which sadly for me is rare, but for people who are actually good at video games, probably not that rare. And what if by the roll of the dice, one of the two brothers ends up being significantly stronger than the other? Not because of experience gained, but because of the bonus points. I know the law of averages probably comes into play sooner than later, but I can't help thinking, what if, like, one brother gets all fives from Lakitu and the other brother gets all ones from Lakitu? Ah, that probably means it's time to run. That was already the world's record for the slowest performing of that little stunt. But if it's good enough to proceed, that's all I'll ask. Whoa, land sharks. Oh, you're not supposed to jump. Ah, dude, that one you are supposed to jump because you get poisoned by land sharks. I know this because of video games. Ah, shit. That really hurts. I can't use healing items in battle. Maybe Mario will survive. Hopefully. How can I know if you're going to bite me or not? There's like a very small window of time in which you appear. Ah, God, my reactions aren't quick enough. God, poor Mario, please don't die. Thankfully, that was good enough. Barely. Come here, land sharks. I'm going to teach you a thing or two. And by teach you, I mean teach me how to fight you properly. There we go. Wish I could see that coming with more advance notice. Like, how am I supposed to guess? The attacks look identical right until that final moment. Now, for a good boss fight, we're going to have a massive land shark. One that's big enough to eat the entire rest of this game for breakfast. What environs pretend? Another running puzzle. Let's get ready. What's the maximum allowed time? Oh, 20 seconds. Okay. That's way more than enough time. Pachoon. Oh, there's multiple sections? Well, that'll take a few attempts. Attempt number 6. Yay! This little segment got me thinking about why it is that the Souls games, Dark Souls and Demon Souls, despite all of my earlier protestations, despite all my earlier protesting, really got inside my head in a way that few other games do. I think I know now why. Those games, when you think about it, are basically 100% combat. There's no real puzzles. I mean, yeah, there's some switches to throw, but it's not a puzzle to reach the switch. It's just throw the switch and now you have access to a new area of the game. The whole point of the game, 100% of the purpose of the game, is combat. The puzzles, such as they are, exist. Like, you get access to the switches by besting someone in combat. You do a lot of character management, but that character management is done for the purpose of combat. I think in Dark Souls, there's maybe like 1 or 2 pseudo-platforming sections, and everybody hates them and thinks they're shitty because that's not why people play Souls games. It's all about the combat. A lot of the times, the boss fights kind of act like puzzles. And you can have a lot of character strength, like a lot of very high stats and very good equipment, and it doesn't matter because the boss will still hand your shit to you if you don't know how to perform. And I really dig that about a game. I still would not call the Souls games a good difficult. Good difficulty isn't arbitrary and bug nutty weird. Yep, just get poisoned, Mario. That's all we got. But whatever, it doesn't mean it can't be enjoyable, right? That little speed platforming timing section didn't exist for the purpose of combat. It was a puzzle into and of itself in this game, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It's the individual land shark, isn't it? One of them will always attack by jumping, and the other will always attack by biting. That's why before, when I made a configuration of 3, they kept switching up which position they were in, so I'd have to keep track of which ones jump and which ones bite. But if it's the individual land shark, this one should jump. Yeah, if it's the individual, how can I know before the first attack wave? I don't think I can. We are way overdue for a good boss fight. I hope there's one lurking right around the next corner. Man, this game is never going to give up on the underwater sections. I mean, thankfully they've been short. It's not like I'm spending an entire dungeon under here. Like Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages, where you need a mermaid suit that you have to keep hitting the directional button for. Oh, God. My tendons ache just to think of it. Oh, that's your pillow. You're throwing your pillow at us. Why do fish need a pillow to sleep? And it must actually be a rock, because why would a pillow require a hammer to bat away? Then again, why would a urine bubble require a hammer to bat away? Bare competency, barely competent. Luigi will hit 100 HP first, for sure. You know, I'm sick of you dudes. I want a boss fight. I'm just going to charge forward because I'm sick of punching out the small fry. You guys aren't worth my time. Go ahead, chase me. You're a fish, but somehow underwater I'm faster than you are. Don't ask me how that works. Not even the smartest AI engineers know how that works. Sorry, Mario. Oh, that must be it. I hope that's it. Access to the boss fight finally awaits me. Yes, I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. It's coming. I'm getting excited. Actual difficult combat that requires performance. And you can't just muddle through without performance. You have to perform or you lose. What? No! Oh, foiled. Oh, fuck you, game. Just give me something fun to do, please. What else can I do? Where else can I go? Oh. Being faded out like that just means it's underwater. It doesn't mean I haven't gone there yet. I see. I've not been here yet. Okay. This might get me somewhere. So that's great, I guess. Right. Can use the pillars. The pillars of science and reason. The pillars of jumping high and twisting around a lot. It's all for the best, Mario. Just power through it. Power through it. Electricity joke. Please let that be all. I want some violence, violence. I want some violence, violence, violence. Fictional violence is the best. Fictional violence is the best. The Souls games are incredibly violent. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, God, I'm rock hard right now. Ew. Okay. So, there's one of my MacGuffin pieces, but yuck. That looks like a hermit crab with a Christmas tree for a shell. And I put the Beanstar piece as the star on the top. Yes, I do. Hey, I need that star, which means I'm going to have to murder you and take it from you. Could you be Santa Claus? No. Mario's far too young to look like Santa Claus. Excuse me, let me restate that. Mario's far too young looking. Like, even assuming when he began his plumber career in the late 80s, he'd be like in his 50s by now, even if he was just a plumbing apprentice. So, yeah, I'm Super Mario. Pow, it's true. Yeah. Is it really my jumping ability that does this? Not my ability to... Not my appearance? Oh, God, get off of me, you weird sucker face groupies. Look, just let me kill your Christmas tree crab, okay? Also, why aren't you fighting over Luigi? He's far more terrifying. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna fawn over him now, right? Yes, okay, so you do know who this guy is. God, groupies are annoying. I'm gonna have to go through this. I'm gonna have to go through this every time, aren't I? When I attempt on this boss. You want to cause trouble? Then you're stupid. Yes, cause trouble with me. Oh, finally. Oh, God, it feels so good. Oh, just hearing that boss fight music again without it having being a jumping puzzle makes my insides feel as if I just got my first ever hit of pure heroin. Oh, it's delightful. All right, so I don't know how this guy fights. Let's give it a try. Fail, but give it a try. See, I didn't know if you were going to pinch me or like shoot something out of your claw like a cannon. There's a little crab running in the background. I hope you're all right with that. You counterattack every time. That's going to make for a very long boss fight. Oh, unless I can hit you. How frustrating. It's time to speed things up. Oh, so you get multiple turns now. Ow. being able to counterattack myself if I do it properly could really help. God damn it. I will never master the timing of these moves. Yeah, this first attempt is definitely not going to be a success. There's got to be a better way of doing things than what I'm doing. You're very fast for a giant hermit crab with a Christmas tree for a shell. Oh, this is murderously bad. I'm doing so fucking terrible. I have not one goddamn clue of what I'm doing. Is that your only attack, by the way? Just pinching me with your your crab claws, your clabs. Thank you, Aphasia. Is this the whole boss fight? Just you counterattack by pinching me with your claws a whole bunch? Messed that up. Am I just going to be able to tank my way through this entire fight? Probably not, because you spend an inordinate amount of time counterattacking. God, you can combo those up for like 10,000 years. I kind of want to lose at this point. Oh, I can attack the claws. And now you counter by hiding in your shell? Doesn't hurt you at all. Wonder if hammer still does. No. Oh no! Why would I hit your shell? I'm undoing my progress in the boss fight. So I cannot afford to attack your shell. Oh, this is bad. I'm losing a lot of progress. Well, not a lot, but still some. Poor Luigi. Oh, I can set your decoration on fire and chase you back out? Okay. Maybe I could probably electrify it too. So, let's beat the shit out of your claws and see where that gets me. Ah, fuck, I attacked your face. God damn it. Yep, time to take a bunch of counterattack damage. If you're really good at the jumping and countering, then, or like really good at the defense phase, it might be better just to hit his face, because then you get to do extra damage by jumping on his claws. I completely fucked that up. God damn it. Oh, Jesus Christ, giant poison bubbles? Man, I suck. Ah, first attempted. Just barely, but first attempted. I wish his claws had done more damage on the countering. I wanted to lose that first attempt. Even without using healing items, I just kind of slammed my way through it haphazardly. You murdered our idol. We were in the wrong. Just give me the Beanstar, you stupid groupies. Go home, get an education, practice up a salable skill. Stop trying to live on your good looks by hunting down rock stars. It's not a healthy lifestyle. Yay! 13 hours into the game and you got your first of 4. Like, you can keep decorating. There's probably other electric ornaments you can stick on there that don't involve, the fate of a nation. Yeah, thanks. I don't know where I'm going back to, but thanks. Oh yes. I'm truly back where I started. This is actually where I began the video from. Right after going through the really sucky, boring segment of the game where I crashed the pirate sand ship. Well, that's fine. It's come to my attention that previously my videos have been far too long. They've been too long for me to make and too long for people to watch. So that'll be a video for now. Hopefully I can come back sooner and get some more work done on this.